Hello everybody, this is Amy at Camp Freedom. One of the most common questions I get up here is, morning bear, is how do you get water, drinking? What do you do for water? So I'm going to show you today the setup I have. Now I was fortunate enough to have a well. When I first came up here, the only way I could run it is on a generator. Now I have enough solar that I can actually run my well pump as needed. Don't have a pressure tank system or anything like that. The well water, there's my well head down there. The well water actually, depending on the time of the year, has a lot of heavy particulates in it. Sometimes it looks brownish. Now, a lot of times it does. Ironically, in the wintertime, it looks crystal clear. I tested it once, and it supposedly, even though it looked like light-colored chocolate milk, it tested okay. I mean, I have drunk some of it, just a little bit at a time. You know, never had any problems. I don't make a habit of drinking it on a regular basis. Well, before this year, I really couldn't because the only thing I had was this little 35-gallon tank. And I had two of them I could switch off and on. Well, you can go through 35 gallons of water pretty quick, even living off grid. So, what I did, somebody donated this big IBC tank, which was cleaned out. And I do have a little funny setup here. Nothing I do is ever self-explanatory or ordinary in any way. What I did is I put two inline pre-filters there in case there's any heavy stuff. Get that out. Runs up here. Then what I do is I pump it into this 35-gallon tank. Now, some people might ask, well, why do you do that? Well, the simple reason is that a lot of the heavy particulates that get through can actually settle out to the bottom of this tank. So it'll spare me some filters if I can get the particulates out or separate them in a more non-invasive way, like running it through filters that you're going to be constantly changing. What I do from there, once it settles out a little bit, is we come over here. That is a strainer and commercial coffee filters. Got the finest I could get. And since it doesn't line up perfect, yeah, I rigged this little gallon container that it drips into there. And then it flows into a strainer that has a little coffee filter, commercial coffee filter in it. Now, if I get in a hurry, well, today anyway, I can usually get 10 gallons through that coffee filter. If I let this sit longer, the tank, I can usually get more out of it, 15 or 20 gallons, before I have to change the filter out. And you might be wondering, well, what exactly is the coffee filter taking out? Well, I'll show you. Right there is a used coffee filter. Now, I can't even feel that. I mean, I don't feel any graininess, but you sure do see the yuck that it takes out of there. So that's what I do for water. And then I have an inside water filter to treat any water that I drink. If I'm cooking, I just use it straight out of there. out of the tank. I have a 12-volt RV pump that services my sink and stuff. For hot water, I do have a hot water on demand shower head out here, but I just basically use cold water for everything except in the winter. Then I have hot water on demand all the time. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. This is May 2022, and it's a beautiful day out here. You all take care and be safe.